We have had a great season of fall sports. Let's see what our teams are.
I'm gonna miss days like these in the rain where you get to strap on your helmets and put on your pads and just go out there and play as hard as you can. And yeah.
I'm just gonna miss playing volleyball because I really.
See what the students and teachers had to say about Google Classroom and the Instagram selfies in the bus.
I use my Google Classroom account to post assignments for students and announcements about upcoming things in class or getting accomplished with due dates and examples, things like that. I do. I really like it. It's very easy for me to post things, and it's easy for the kids to access and get the work that they need and be able to have kind of a to-do list of things that they need to get done. Good things about Google Classroom are it's very easy for the kids to use, it's user-friendly for me and them. Bad things is that if I make a mistake on something I posted on there, it's hard to undo it. I have to kind of delete it all and then go back and re-enter everything, so that's kind of a pain. We use it pretty much every day. Even if there's not a current assignment that they're supposed to work on, they can always access it for links to previous assignments or directions from past class days. It's also great for kids who are absent to check on what they missed. I don't know if it's harder. It definitely makes things pretty easy, but I used to use just Google Calendar and post things on there, and so that worked well too. But Google Classroom is definitely kind of easier for the kids to manage and for me to post things too.
Hi, Grace.
Hey, Shelby.
What you doing?
Just doing our daily assignment this week for our HMS Broadcasting.
And what is that?
Take a picture next to a bus. Let's go. All right, let's go. So submit it. Grace Cantrell. Depends if we're doing hashtags, but yeah. To tell people what I'm doing, I guess. Depends if I'm bored or not, but usually an hour. Yeah, it kind of uses all my data. Grace Cantrell. Yeah. Depends on how long we use it in the class period. So maybe an hour to 2 a day. 3, Mrs. Wilkins, Mrs. Mason, Mrs. Morley. Yeah, because I feel like we get a lot of emails that would be taking up space instead of just getting onto Google Classroom and clicking the link.
Here's a video on what the clubs are doing at Heritage Middle School and what you can be involved in. Let's find out what our musical groups are doing at Heritage Middle School this year.
Orchestra is a string instrumental group available for 6th and 8th graders. There are regular orchestra, or there is symphonic orchestra for advanced 7th and 8th graders.
Expect to be teaching. We learn a lot of things from starting with posture in basic intonation, being in tune, and rhythms. We learn to play loud and soft by several different games, and shifting, more advanced things in the 8th grade. I would probably, there's many. There's the solo ensemble, there's the tour, but I'm going to go with the Pops concert at the end of the year. The Pops concert in May, or end of April, is a bunch of pop movie and TV show tunes and bands that the audience knows more and the kids know more. So it seems like we do a lot more music, we give awards out, we have pop tunes that everybody knows, and so they're happy and they go home humming the song.
Where is this event?
At HMS. It's Heritage Middle School. We're in the auditorium this year on both concerts.
My favorite skill to learn was vibrato and shifting. I like going on the demonstration tour. We do this thing in St. Bonaventure every year where we tour around the elementary schools and then we go eat lunch together. I wanted to take this class because my sister played cello in 5th grade. I thought it was really cool. Groups, like in sectionals, we go out as a group of violins and we go and practice together, and I think it's really fun. I think the best age to start playing an instrument is 10 or 11 because that's around 5th grade, and that's when I learned how to play violin.
Instrumental group that consists of brass, woodwinds, and percussion, and is available for 6th to 8th graders. Here's what you can expect from Simone and Mr. Dragan.
Well, when I was growing up, I knew I wanted to be a teacher, and I just thought about what my favorite classes were, and band was probably my favorite class, and so I thought, I'll go ahead and teach band. My favorite skill to teach in band, there are so many. Of course, there's playing the instruments and things like that, but I think probably teamwork, the fact that you've got a bunch of different people working together, working as a team, is my favorite part. That's tough. I don't know if I have a favorite. I honestly love every single day in class actually teaching. Sometimes I actually enjoy being in class more than doing the concerts, but I like it all. We hold our concerts, this year we hold them at Liberty North High School in the auditorium because we're getting, luckily we're getting so big that we don't fit here anymore at Heritage, which is kind of a shame. But students, like I said, I hope in general, whether they're just starting out or whether they've been playing for 3-4 years, hopefully they learn discipline and teamwork and fun all at the same time through music. Probably just getting to play an instrument and kind of let off some creative energy through that rather than what you do in more traditional classes.
Did you know that Mrs. Garrison and Miss Groby know how to baton twirl? Let's see what they can do.
I think it's cool because it just looks so cool, going through your fingers and throwing it up in the air.
It's fun.
Well, I've only seen Miss Garrison do it, but yeah, she's really good at it because she did it for our class. It's really cool. Yeah, it looks difficult because it would be hard to put it through all your fingers and catch it. A 10, because she's the only person I've seen do it. Probably not. It looks hard.
Twirling is twirling a baton. Flipping it around. Oh, inspired me. When I was very young, 3 or 4 years old, I grew up in a very small town, and so it was Chillicothe, Missouri. So it's a little bit northeast of here, an hour and a half. And they didn't offer a lot of stuff. In Liberty, it's great because we offer so many things for little kids to do karate and soccer and all. And Chillicothe, they didn't have a lot of stuff for little kids. But they did have one lady in town who knew how to twirl a baton, and she offered a class. And when I was tiny, I knew I wanted to do it. So I just joined it, and we got to do the parades. I have a picture of myself when I'm 3 years old in a parade, twirling a little tiny stick, a baton like this big. So I guess I always just wanted to do it when I saw them in parades. I took lessons from this one lady who knew how to do it in my town. So just this one person who knew what they were doing, and she just taught a class once a week, and we just kind of slowly just picked it up. No, I'm pretty sure I will not, unless they keep bullying me at assemblies, making me do it at for assemblies. Otherwise, I don't think, well, actually, let me change that. I may show my daughters how to do it, because I have a daughter now I have 2, but one of them who's particularly interested, who's I kind of want you to show me how to do it. So I may teach my daughter, but me, I will not be doing anything with baton twirling in the future. Started when I was 3. So a lot of years. All right, fine. What would that be? Over 30 years. Oh. No. Well, I mean, honestly, people can talk me into things, so it's possible. I'm not going to say no forever, but no.
Competitions with?
Yeah, you actually can. I did in high school because I was in the marching band because that's where you twirl with your marching band, and so there were marching band competitions, and then they would have the gym reserved for baton twirling competitions, and you could go in and do an individual competition, or you could do a team. And at my high school, there were 3 of us that twirled, and so we would go in as a group and competed, and we were pretty good. I mean, for a small town, so. Yeah, so they're not anything big. I decided I did not want to twirl in college, so I didn't twirl in college.
I think baton twirling, it looks cool, and I don't know, I don't really know very much about baton twirling, but like, it looks really hard. And I think I don't really know, it looks really complicated.
Why?
Yeah, I think they're really, really good at baton twirling, like both of them. Because I know Miss Groby went to like nationals or something for baton twirling, and then I think Miss Garrison did it in high school, but I'm not sure. Yeah, like throwing it up in the air and catching it, it looks pretty difficult.
Do you think that you would be able to?
No, I don't think I'd be able to baton twirl. I think I'd be really bad at it. I think that Miss Groby and Miss Garrison are probably both like 9 or 10 because they're both really good at baton twirling, and they just, like, I don't know, they can do all the cool tricks, like throw it up in the air and catch it and then keep twirling it. And yeah. Actually, I did try to baton twirl, but it didn't go so well.
Signing out. Have a nice weekend. See you next time. Twirl.
It's late in the evening, glass on the side. I've been sad.